You ever just feel completely, I don't know, stuck? Like your brain's wading through treacle, zero energy, and just stress weighing you down.
Oh, definitely. Those days where everything feels heavy.
Exactly. And you just wish there was some simple switch, something easy to just reset and feel okay again.
Yeah, that's a super common feeling, isn't it? In this kind of nonstop world.
Yeah.
We're always switched on.
Right. So we did a bit of a deep dive recently, went through a whole pile of research, articles, different perspectives, all looking at something almost laughably simple.
Something most people can actually do.
Yes. And these sources, they show it has this huge, really profound impact, not just physically, but, and this is key, on your mental state, your mood.
That's the core of it, yeah. Our goal here wasn't just to list off benefits you might already kind of guess. It was more about pulling out the why from all this material. Like, why does just putting one foot in front of the other, especially if you do it outside, why does that work so well?
Yeah, how can it be such a powerful tool for just feeling better? It's more than just exercise, isn't it?
Much more. It sets off this whole chain reaction.
Okay, let's get into it then. We're talking about walking, simple walking. Sounds almost too basic for a deep dive, I know.
Yeah. But the way these benefits connect, like you said, this cascading effect the sources describe, it's anything but basic.
That all starts with the physical stuff, right? That seems to be the foundation.
Usually is. And it's well established. Walking is just, super accessible exercise. No fancy gear needed, no complex moves.
Pretty much anyone can start.
Exactly. And the physical wins just stack up. It's brilliant for your heart health, strengthens the heart muscle itself, gets the blood flowing better.
Which helps lower blood pressure, yeah.
Right. And think about it. Better circulation means more oxygen, more nutrients getting everywhere efficiently. Your brain loves that.
Okay. And that efficiency feeds into other things. Like, I saw a lot about weight management.
Oh, yeah. It's not just burning calories while you walk, though it does that too. It seems particularly good at helping reduce that visceral belly fat.
The stubborn stuff.
The stubborn stuff, yeah. And it boosts your overall metabolism. It's a really sustainable way to manage weight.
Plus, I read it helps with blood sugar regulation.
Yes, absolutely. Regular walking helps keep those levels steady. That means more consistent energy, fewer of those afternoon slumps that wreck your mood and focus.
Okay, so it's not just heart and weight. What about, bones and muscles?
Also important, it strengthens both, which is huge as we get older. Reduces the risk of osteoporosis significantly.
And then there were some less obvious ones. Digestion.
Yeah. Seems simple movement helps get things moving internally, too. Can ease bloating, that kind of discomfort.
It feels kind of counterintuitive, but when you're tired, walking actually boosts energy.
It does. Fights fatigue, gets more oxygen flowing because your lungs work a bit harder. Benefits everything, muscles, brain cells, even coordination and balance improve.
And you mentioned skin health. That one surprised me.
It surprised me, too. One source touched on it. The idea is better circulation means more oxygen to your skin cells. Plus, it helps the lymphatic system clear out waste. So maybe healthier looking skin. It really seems to be a full body thing.
Wow. Okay, so physically it's like a tune-up for the whole system. But like we said earlier, the real magic, the transformative part highlighted in these sources seems to be the impact on mood, mental well-being.
Absolutely. This is where if you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, anxious, or just plain low, walking shifts from nice to have to potentially
essential. How does that work mainly? Endorphins.
That's the big one they mentioned. Endorphins.
Right.
Your body's natural mood lifters, those feel-good chemicals. Physical activity, like walking, gets them flowing.
Okay, endorphins, got it. But it went deeper than that, right? Stress and anxiety reduction seemed huge. Cortisol levels.
Yes, lowering cortisol. This is critical. Chronic stress means chronically high cortisol. And that's bad news for, pretty much everything, physically and mentally.
Right.
Walking is described as this powerful, natural way to dial that stress response down, to actually reduce those cortisol levels. Gives your body a break.
And clears your head, that brain fog we mentioned.
Exactly. The sources link walking to enhanced creativity, better cognitive function, sharper concentration, more mental clarity overall.
How? Is it just the blood flow?
Partly that, for sure, but also something called attentional recovery. Our brains get tired focusing all day. Walking, especially somewhere less demanding on your attention, lets the thinking part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, kind of rest and recharge.
Ah, interesting.
And that rest seems to help us concentrate better later. It also allows for more, diffuse thinking, which is linked to creativity, problem solving.
Like hitting a mental refresh button. And sleep. Does it help with sleep?
It does. Regular walking, particularly if you do it outside, helps regulate your circadian rhythm, your internal body clock.
Ah, okay.
Getting that rhythm sorted means falling asleep easier, getting better quality, more restorative sleep. And we all know how vital good sleep is for mood and thinking.
Totally. So less stress, clearer head, better sleep. It builds on itself. There was also a psychological bit about emotional balance and self-esteem.
Yeah, that feeling you get from just deciding to go for a walk and then doing it, even a short one. It's a concrete act of taking care of yourself.
Sure.
It reinforces that you can do things for your well-being. That boosts self-esteem, gives you a sense of accomplishment, maybe more emotional control.
Okay, now this is where it got really specific in the research. Walking anywhere is good, we've established that. But the sources were really clear. Where you walk makes a big difference to how much benefit you get, especially mentally. Outdoors is better, and nature, even better still.
Yes, this is a really strong theme. Walking outside, especially in green spaces, parks, woods, trails, it acts like an amplifier for all these positive effects.
An amplifier, I like that. Why? What's special to nature?
Well, the research consistently links just being in nature, connecting with it, to better mental health and these restorative effects. They actually compared walking in nature versus walking in cities versus walking indoors. And what did they find? Big difference.
Significant difference. Spending time walking in green spaces was shown to reduce stress markers more effectively than walking in urban areas. And this wasn't just people saying they felt better, though they did.
Right.
Some studies measured things like heart rate variability, blood pressure. Physiological signs showed a greater relaxation response in nature.
So our bodies literally calm down more in nature.
Seems like it. And the self-reports matched. Consistently, nature walks led to the biggest jump in positive feelings, like feeling calm, comfortable, refreshed. And the biggest drop in negative ones, tension, fatigue, anger, confusion.
Wow.
Walking anywhere helps, don't get me wrong, but nature seems to supercharge the good stuff and dial down the bad stuff most effectively.
So nature isn't just pretty scenery, it's like an active ingredient. You mentioned nature connectedness, too.
Yes, there's a big review, a meta-analysis looking at that. It found a really clear link. The more connected someone feels to nature, the higher their reported well-being and happiness tends to be.
How do they measure connectedness? It's usually through questionnaires, asking about how much you notice nature, feel part of it, care about it, that sort of thing. And higher scores on that were linked to more positive feelings, life satisfaction, and specifically vitality.
Vitality. That sense of energy, being alive.
Exactly that. Zest. The idea is that nature helps our brains recover from that mental fatigue we talked about. And that directly contributes to feeling more energized, more alive. So feeling connected to nature isn't just some abstract concept. The research suggests it translates to a real, tangible sense of vitality. Stepping outside isn't just movement. It's engaging with an environment that's fundamentally good for us.
Okay, this is really persuasive. The case for walking, especially outdoors in nature, is strong. So how do we actually do it, fit it into real life? The sources had practical tips too, right?
You did, yeah. Lots of actionable advice. The most common recommendation was aiming for about 30 minutes a day. That seemed to be the sweet spot mentioned again and again.
Just 30 minutes? That feels doable for most people.
Right. It doesn't have to be some huge trek. Consistency seems more important than intensity, at least to start, for accumulating those benefits.
And how do you keep it interesting? Avoid it becoming a drag.
Mix it up. Vary your routes. Explore different parks. Find local trails. Even just walk down different streets in your neighborhood. Novelty helps.
Keeps it fresh.
Yeah, and offers different physical challenges too. Some sources mention interval walking bursts of faster pace mixed with normal pace to boost the fitness side without adding loads of time.
Setting goals probably helps too, like number of steps or days per week.
Definitely. Clearer goals give structure, something to aim for. And for a lot of people, community is a big motivator.
Like walking groups.
Exactly. Or even online communities, using hashtags like hashtag walking for wellness, that kind of thing. Finding support, making it fun, maybe more social.
Makes sense. What about the nitty-gritty? Shoes, safety?
Oh, essentials. Listen to your body, don't overdo it, especially at first. Build up gradually. Good, comfortable, supportive shoes are absolutely key, non-negotiable.
Right, avoid blisters and aches.
Yeah. And safety first, always. If you're walking early or late when it's dark, wear bright or reflective clothing. Stick to well-lit paths if possible, and just be aware of who and what's around you.
Good advice. And mentally, while you're out there, how can you make the most of that time?
Use it intentionally. You could practice mindfulness, Really pay attention to your breathing, the sights, sounds, smells, or zone out with a podcast or audiobook.
Or just think.
Or just let your mind wander. Process thoughts. Some people find it great thinking time. There was also mention of more structured things like guided walks specifically for mental health. The idea exists, showing it can be a targeted tool too.
So the real takeaway isn't just a simple walk more. It's more like walk consistently, maybe aim for 30 minutes, mix it up, find community if that helps. Listen to your body, be safe, and use the time in a way that feels good for your mind too.
Exactly. It's incredibly flexible. You can really tailor it to fit your life, your needs, your preferences. That's probably why it can be such a sustainable habit.
So pulling it all together from this deep dive, walking is just so much more than steps on a tracker. Based on everything we looked at, it's this simple, accessible thing that kicks off a whole cascade of benefits.
Yeah, physical health, mental clarity, emotional resilience, your overall mood. It hits them all.
And amplified when you step outside, especially into nature, connecting with something inherently restorative.
The core lesson seems to be that path to feeling stronger, sharper, calmer, happier. It might not need some complicated fix. It might genuinely be as simple as opening your door and going for a walk.
So here's a thought to leave you with. What if making that one small change, that daily walk, could actually shift your whole experience of well-being, not just physically, but how your mind feels, how you handle stress, how you connect with the world? The sources certainly suggest it's possible. Maybe. Try it. Take a walk today, even a short one. Pay attention. See if you feel that difference.
Thanks for tuning in.
We'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.